I bought a business and I didn't use $1 of my own money. Cash flow hit day one and the seller shook my hand and thanked me for it. Most people think that's impossible. It's not. It's a structure. If you're sitting here waiting until you have enough money to buy a business, you're playing the wrong game entirely. Over the next few minutes, I'm breaking down the exact 3 tools I use to close deals with other people's money. No fluff, no theory, the blueprint. So let's get into it. Here's the problem. Most entrepreneurs have what they call the employee money mindset. They think buying a business works like buying a car. You save up, you pay cash, you wait. Banks don't do that. Private equity doesn't do that. And billionaires don't do that. They use leverage. They use structure. They use other people's money. You've been taught to earn money. Nobody taught you how to control it. And that changes right now. I'm breaking this down into 3 tools. Tool 1 is the most underused structure in business acquisition, and most buyers never ask about it. Tool 2 is government-backed, and almost nobody uses it right. Tool 3 is what separates deal makers from dreamers. Tool 1, seller financing. This is the most underused acquisition tool in the game. I'm not saying that for content. I've seen it firsthand. Here's what it means. Instead of going to the bank, the seller becomes your bank. You negotiate terms directly with them. Monthly payments, interest rate, a timeline that works for both sides. They get paid over time. You get the business right now. 8 out of 10 deals I've analyzed could have used this structure. 8 out of 10. Most buyers never even ask. Why the seller agrees to this? 3 reasons. 1, they're retiring. A lump sum creates a massive tax hit. Monthly payments, spread it out. They actually keep more of their money. 2, they want the business to survive. They built it. They care about it. A seller finance deal keeps them investing long enough to see it succeed. And 3, it moves faster than any traditional bank deal. No 90-day underwriting, no mountains of paperwork. You can close in weeks. This is the question you should be asking every single acquisition conversation. Every single one. Tool 2, SBA loans. Government-backed, low down payment, long repayment terms. The SBA 7A loan covers up to 90% of an acquisition. That means you could put 10% down on a business worth millions. Here's what the bank actually wants to see. Proof of income from the business, a clean operational history, a buyer with a basic business plan. That's it. You don't need to be rich, you need to be structured. Now pause, because tool 3 is the one nobody talks about. Tool 3, equity partnership. You find the deal, you vet it, you negotiate it, then you bring in a selling partner with the capital. You do the work, they bring the money. Both win. Here's the reality. Money is sitting still right now. Investors are looking for deals. They don't have the time or the knowledge to find them. You do. You bring the deal, they fund it, you split the return. That's not charity, that's leverage. 3 tools, seller financing, SBA loans, equity partnership. Every deal I've done uses at least one of these 3. The best one, use 2. So let me walk you through the exact deal. The business was listed at $1 million. Owner has been running it for 20 years, ready to retire. I didn't walk in with a checkbook. I walked in with a conversation and asked 3 questions. What's your timeline? What does your retirement look like? And what matters more to you, the price or the structure? That last question, that's where most buyers freeze. They're focused on the number. I'm focused on the structure. He said he wanted to be done in 12 months, didn't want the tax burden of a lump sum, and wanted someone to protect his people. So I structured a seller finance deal. 20% down, monthly payments over 10 years, closed in 2 weeks. Cash flow started day 1 because the business was already running. This is where most people overthink it. They want the perfect deal, the perfect location, the perfect number, the perfect moment. The deal is in the conversation, not the spreadsheet. Before I break down how I flipped every objection he threw at me, if this is hitting different right now, subscribe. I'm teaching this on the channel, what most people spend $10,000 to hear from in a room. And I'm giving it to you right here, now. Let's talk about the conversation. Here's what nobody tells you about acquisition. The deal doesn't fall apart at the numbers. It falls apart at the conversation. You're gonna hit 3 objectives every time. I call them the 3 seller walls. Wall 1, I need cash now. This is the tax wall. They think cash is the goal. You reframe it. Here's what you say. I understand that, but if I paid you all cash today, what does your tax situation look like? Have you talked about this to your accountant about the difference between a lump sum and installment payments? Watch the conversation shift. They go from wanting cash to wanting a structure that protects their cash. Wall 2, I don't know if I can trust you. This is the credibility wall. Don't argue with it, build around it. That's fair. Let's structure a deal with skin in the game on both sides. I put 10% down, You hold the note. We both win when the business performs. You don't just get paid, you get protected. Sellers don't want to be left holding nothing. Show them they're not. And wall 3, I just want out. This is the urgency wall, and it's your strongest signal. If they want out fast, a traditional bank deal takes a minimum of 90 days. You tell them, I can close faster than any bank offer you'll get. Here's why. We don't need them. Motivated sellers close deals. Banks slow them down. Be the faster path. 3 walls, reframe the tax, build the trust, offer the speed. That's the playbook. Here's how the math works, and I'm keeping it simple on purpose. Say you find a business doing $500K a year in revenue, clean books, consistent customers, owner wants out. You structure a seller finance deal, 20% down, monthly payments over 5 years. The business cash flow above your payments for day 1. That's not magic, that's structure. Now, where do you find deals like this? Business brokers, they list them. Biz buy sell, deal stream, start there today. Off-market outreach, direct contact with business owners in your target industry. Most deals never get listed. The best ones don't. Your network, accountants, attorneys, and financial advisors. They know who's ready to exit. Build those relationships before you need them. Now, red flags, what not to buy. 1, declining revenue with no explanation. If that's been dropping for 3 years and nobody can tell you why, walk away. 2, owner dependency. If the business can't function without the current owner in the building, that's not a business, that's a job you just bought. And 3, messy books. If they can't show you 3 years of clean financials, that's not an oversight, that's a warning. Most people get here and still don't close. You know why? They're waiting for perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. A good structure and a solid business beats a perfect deal that never happens. Let me bring this to full circle. You don't buy a business with money, you buy it with structure, leverage, and the right conversation. Seller financing, SBA loans, equity partnership. Those are your 3 tools. 3 seller walls, tax-free frame, trust structure, speed close. That's your playbook. Find the deal, control the conversation, engineer the structure, close. Most people are still saving up, waiting for permission, waiting for enough. The elite aren't waiting, they're structuring. You now have the blueprint. The only question is, are you going to use it? Drop OPM in the comments right now if you're ready to start acquiring without using your own money. I read every single one. If you're serious about building, this channel is where you need to be. Subscribe. The next video breaks down how to build your business from $0 to $100,000 a month, because getting money is what I do.